Hello and welcome to Zanete Knits weekly PPP, where PPP stands for Progress, Plans and Problems. And I can't believe, just like that, it's been another month since my previous weekly PPP, so really I should rename them to monthly. I probably look a bit strange. I've been to the dentist a couple hours ago and the numbness isn't going away. Can't really feel my lip. So sorry for the distorted speaking, but hopefully you can understand what I'm saying. I'm Jeanette and I do most of the knitting and designing for Zanete Knits. And I have once again so much saved up for to share with you. And I'll start with the most recent pattern release. So as planned, Christine cardigan, this half brioche top down, a seamless drop shoulder cardigan with a high neck and buttons is live as of last Wednesday. If you're a subscriber, you must have received an email about it with your exclusive intro discount code, but yeah, it's still on until the end of this week. Fire Lily sweater test has also started. Hi from Australia. And it was a record in terms of how many participants registered for the test. We got around 50 applicants in the first 30 minutes and we had to close the test really early. We did kind of expect that to happen and that what happened, but we really love the activity that's happening in the Slack channel for this this sweater test, and loving seeing all the color combinations that you're choosing. And some people are considering making two versions with different colors. So hi everybody who's just joining me. So yeah, that's was planned and that's what happened. Next week the plan is to finally release the London memory socks, and the awesome thing about these socks is that they have an afterthought heel. So first you knit a long tube, something like this, and then boop, you add a heel. And what differentiates this sock from other afterthought heel socks is that the heel isn't your typical trapezoid, same as toe shaped, but it's a reinforced Dutch heel. And the pattern will have videos. So yeah, I'm gonna spend some time next Tuesday on a live Q&A talking about this specific pattern. I really appreciate all the test knitters who gave this a go, and your feedback has been amazing. It was great to read that you loved this, that you discovered something new, and it was a new thing for me as well. So we're looking forward to releasing that to everybody next week. And as usual, if you're a subscriber, watch out for the email. Another thing that's gonna land next week is the test call for the new edition of memory socks, and I can probably speak about that a little bit more in this update, because I have finished one of the socks, and for the first time it's a top-down sock in my designs. And it's not color work, but it's instead twisted stitch cables that are featured in this sock, and it's again a sole gusset, but it's all interesting because this time it's a top down or cuff down sock, and we're finishing with a round toe to add some interest as well, and it will have to be knit left sock and right sock separately, because this this cable panel is only visible on one side. So inside there is no cabling, just on the outside of the sock. I have just cast on the second sock of the pair, and I'm using a tubular cast on for that. So yeah, looking forward to announcing the test call next week as well. Be sure to check out your mailbox if you're interested in testing my first ever cuff down sock design. I know it's nothing super exciting for most of sock knitters because majority of the sock patterns are cuff down, but whether majority of the cuff down sock patterns have a sole, gusset and a round toe, that's a question. And if you like cables, then this will be right up your alley. Right, I'm using Lamana Yarns Merida for these socks as well, and I would say that a light color is probably more appropriate because it's easier to see the 3D of all the cabling. And that brings me to the next work in progress, and that is this Donegal Aran cable sweater that I'm working on. I've wanted to work on since I got this yarn this year in January. Yeah, I've gotten as far as half of the back, and I've joined the back and the two fronts, and maybe it's not visible, but this will have a very interesting neck opening. Everything will have a high sort of collar that's opened and a low running opening. Sorry, I don't know all the terms, but yeah, that's the vision. So I hope that by next week I have at least done some of the collar and it becomes a little bit more, or not by next week, by next time I talk to you about this, I will have something more to show. And yeah, it will be in 9 sizes. As I had a really cool discussion with one of the girls who is actively advocating for size inclusive ranges in knitting patterns, and as of one of my previous designs that I'm working on, I've extended my size range, and this will be one of the sweaters that come in the new size range. So in 9 sizes. Oh my goodness, what a challenge it is to grade a cable sweater for multiple sizes. So yeah, and I really love this particular cable. Is so exciting. It's quite asymmetric at the same time, a bit symmetric, so it's really, really awesome, and I can't wait to continue on it. The reason why I'm being quite slow on the sock and on this is because behind the scenes I'm really, really close to finishing the sweater for the mystery yokealong that we now know will be launching at the start of the year, like the first few days. We'll probably start communicating all the rules and regulations. No, that's not all the terms and conditions. That also sounds so serious. Just things to know about the first mystery yokealong, and all the information about the gauge and yarns and what it will the sizing be, so you can, if you want to participate and if you dare to make a mystery yoke, then at least you'll be making the right size. So you can make all those decisions. We'll be communicating towards the end of December, but the reason I'm talking about it now is because I'm so close. Like, I've only got a cuff left on one of the sleeves and I will be done, and I can measure the yardage and I can get the pattern then technically edited, and figure out how to test it before we launch into the mystery yokealong adventure. So because I don't want to spoil the surprise, I've been working on it meticulously. It is a sport weight that I can disclose, and so it takes a little bit longer. yeah, but I have not been able to show anything to anybody, and it feels like I'm not doing much, but I am. So yeah, I think that project is about to wrap up, and then I will get back onto more publicly facing projects that I can share a bit more. So yeah, for now it's just the sock and just this cable sweater, which will have a bit more features that I can talk about later when I get there, that I can show. And they both happen to be cables and both happen to be light colors, and it's really wintry and cozy, and I love that. So yeah, that is it about the works in progress. And knitting in general. Other things that I can share as well is I went to see the knitting and stitching show last week or 2 weeks ago. When was it? Last week? Last week. let's say it was last week. And oh my goodness, it was so full of so many awesome things. Some of the most memorable were there was an app that lets you upload a photo of you and then creates a pattern, a chart for you to knit in color work the photo. And there were some pictures knitted up and posted on the stall walls, and that looked really cool. I'm sorry I don't remember the name of it, but yeah, I'm sure a quick Google search will probably throw it up, and that was really exciting. Maybe when I have more time I could knit some frameable photos for my house, for my office. But yeah, and then of course I didn't get any yarn, because you can see I have so much yarn, I don't need yarn. But what I did get is some awesome buttons. Like I have a bag full of all sorts of buttons, because buttons is usually probably the hardest thing for me to find and match with my knitwear. So I got a lot of buttons. Yeah, countless buttons. I also got some ribbons for steeked cardigans in case I want to secure the steek. I got some satin ribbons of various colors, like this and a bit thicker and stuff. And my most prominent, or most what's the word? Yeah, indulgent purchase was a new project bag, and this time I splashed out and got a real leather one with lots of compartments, so that I can take it out, and it's not a flimsy fabric or a canvas bag. And you know, sometimes it rains here, and I feel more secure with a leather project bag for some further trips, etc. So yeah, I don't want to sound like I'm defending myself, but I'm very, very sure I will use it. And I got that from Dina's Home of Crafts, who had a stall there with so many gorgeous colors. Probably that's the reason why I didn't buy any yarn, because I couldn't choose, and I didn't have any projects in mind for which I don't already have yarn. So yeah, I need to plan a little bit more my next festival visit. With that in mind, we know that this week is a big week in the United States for knitting and stitching, and as it is the New York Wool and Sheep Festival, aka Rhinebeck, and many of you are probably going. We are not, and for that we're quite envious, and if not to say jealous. I remember last year I was just, you know, trying to imagine myself there, looking through all these vlogs and Instagram lives and posts. And so yeah, it's still a dream for us to go one day to this event, but not this year. Because I wish I had prepared for the knitting and stitching show, we thought that we could help you prepare. And if you're looking for some new patterns to cast on while you're at Rhinebeck and trying to decide what yarns to get, we are running a site-wide dedication to Rhinebeck sale on all the self-published patterns until the end of Sunday. With code Rhinebeck23 you can get a discount. I believe it's 25%. Should have confirmed, but something like that. I think you can check out the latest post of mine and there will be more details there. And last piece of news about festivals is that we will be going to States for a big event, and that is the January Vogue Knitting Live in-person event in New York. We are so excited. We've booked our flights, we've booked our hotels. We'll be there throughout the whole time, from Thursday to Sunday, coming back on Monday. And we're gonna be participating in workshops and going to lectures and gonna do the gala dinner and the cocktail reception and all in. We're going all in. We really want to immerse ourselves and have the full experience. And if you happen to go, let us know in the comments, and we will definitely set up some meet and greet time, because it would be lovely to see you in person. If you're not going or thinking about going, well, we'll be there. So we hope that it's going to be a really fun event, and we can help make it fun. Also look forward to seeing the marketplace and making new yarny friends and connections of that sort. So yeah, let us know if Vogue Knitting Live is in your calendars, and make it so if it's not yet. It will be awesome. And yeah, maybe Rhinebeck next year too. Can we do 2 big US trips in 1 year? I don't know. Why not? I'm not going to start thinking about that, because that's probably too far. But once again, I wish you who are getting to Rhinebeck have an amazing time there, and may our sale help you make decisions about what yarns to get. And with that, I will say goodbye and see you next week. Yeah, next week. Bye.